Welcome to Train Freediving. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can freefall with your hand on the rope so that you can close your eyes and completely shut off until you reach the bottom of your line. One of the most significant changes that I've made in my diving over the last year has been switching from a hands-off and eyes-open freefall position to an eyes-closed and hands-on freefall position. Now, the reason I made this change is because I realized that in my other training, if I was doing shallow hangs, static plus dynamic, or any other type of static or hang exercise, I always had the most enjoyable experience if my eyes were closed. It was easier for me to shut off, easier for me to relax, and there was less thoughts that were passing through my mind at any given time during that portion of the dive. So I figured, why not teach myself to start free falling with my eyes closed and take advantage of the static phase of a deep dive. Also, it'll allow me to focus more on my equalization and have less thoughts about where I am on my dive. Basically, this would switch the free fall part of my dive from a mostly static to basically a completely static dive. To answer the question as to why I haven't been doing this already, or why a lot of other divers don't do this, I think we have to talk about two common issues that happen when you're holding the line, and then how you can hold the line to solve these problems. So obviously, like I said, the main benefit of holding the line is much greater relaxation, much greater ease of just completely shutting off your mind and not having to wait or focus on anything until you hit the bottom. However, the cons of holding the line are very often divers are losing a lot of dive time on the way down. I know in my case, if I hold the rope in a particular way, I can lose 2 to 3 seconds for every 10 meters of free fall, which is a significant amount. And then the other issue, if I hold it in another particular way, is instability and unbalance during the free fall. So either start to spin around the line, or I'll start to feel tension in my legs as I'm trying to balance myself and prevent myself from tipping over. So now I'm going to show you the two common mistakes, and then how I hold the line instead to solve those problems so that you can start to free fall with a hand on the rope and keeping your eyes closed as well. So right away, in terms of common issues, there are two things that I think we really want to avoid when it comes to holding the rope during the free fall. They are, in my opinion, what causes most of the problems that divers have when they're trying to do this, and they're also two of the most common things that I see divers doing when they try to hold the rope during their dives. One of the most common mistakes that I see when divers hold the rope is to actually wrap their hand around and grab the rope from the front. Now, most people, if you tell them to hold the rope, this is actually what they do almost instinctively. And the problem with this is that not only are your fingers or hand on the rope is also going to rub against the inside of your forearm, and if you get in the proper free fall position, like this, it's also going to rub against the inside of your shoulder. It may even rub against your fin if you're wearing a monofin. So this 3 to 4 contact points in the body creates a lot of friction, and it's going to slow you down. The gains that you'll make in relaxation, you're going to lose potentially even more in terms of lost dive time. Now, the other common mistake still comes from actually reaching past the rope and grabbing with the back of your hand. So this one, instead of divers wrapping around, they just put their hand past, grab the rope, and then free fall with the rope against the back of their shoulder. Now again, this causes two problems. One, if you're in the right position, you're going to be pulling the rope into your shoulder, which is going to create a lot of friction, and then slow yourself down. And then if you cannot do this, and you get in a position where you're not rubbing on the rope, then you have to lean forward. And if you lean forward during your free fall, you're going to start to spiral in that direction. So in this case, if you grab across, but from the outside, then you lose a lot of balance, a lot of stability, you'll start to spiral, and you're going to have to work very hard, particularly with a monofin, or if you're not wearing any bifins, to keep your legs above you and not really fall over. So in both cases, reaching past the rope in either direction is going to be a problem. So now I'm going to show you the way that I do it to make sure that I'm not losing dive time, make sure that I'm not really spiraling or losing any balance, and in a way it's the most comfortable in my opinion. So what I'll do is, if I'm finning down with my eyes open, as I'm about to switch to free fall, I'll just stick my hand forward, put the rope between my thumb and my finger, and then swim myself to the point where the rope is right beside me. Now in theory, all you would need to do is have your hands on your hips, stick out a finger, and then you can hold the rope in those finger right beside your hips without affecting your hand position. So if you can see, both my hands, no matter how I'm free falling, can be exactly in the same position, and the rope just runs gently between my fingers. There's very little friction, and I don't have to change my body position very much to be able to hold the rope in this position. So again, I'm not losing dive time, and I'm not losing stability or balance. Of course, you need to have good enough awareness and balance already to be able to know with your eyes closed whether or not you're free falling straight or in some kind of angle. So of course, learning to free fall with the eyes open first and getting the balance and positioning right is the precursor or the pre-step. But then once you can do that comfortably, then you can switch to just positioning yourself beside the rope and holding it in your fingers. So like I said, in my opinion, holding the rope and closing your eyes during your free fall is going to offer you the greatest potential to completely relax, completely shut off, and not have to worry about anything from the start of your free fall all the way until you hit the tennis ball at the bottom. Of course, it's going to take some practice, so don't just try closing your eyes and holding the rope on a PB dive. Make sure to practice entering the correct position and then free falling in that correct position on shallow dives, making sure you're 100% comfortable with the procedure and the body position before trying to take it to PBs. Anything new is stressful, so this will stress you out if you try to do it for the first time. But give it a chance, get the position right, see if you can get more relaxation with your eyes closed without losing dive time or stability in your free fall. And then if you can, I can almost guarantee that this is going to give you the most relaxing and most enjoyable dives possible, where you completely shut off, basically performing a static with equalization until you reach the bottom. So give this a try. If you're already holding the rope, see if you can optimize the hand position by, instead of reaching around the rope, you're just holding it from the front. And if you're not holding the rope yet, but you feel like you're more relaxed in static or in any other hang exercise with your eyes closed versus eyes open, then maybe give this a try as well to see if you can gain those eyes closed relaxation benefits without losing dive time or free fall stability. So give it a try and let me know in the comments how it goes.